Hmm. Oh my gosh. You look terrible. I don't think you're gonna make it.
Well, it's set up the way it's supposed to be set up. Susan, you're following on the job. C1. C1. Wow. C1. C1. Okay. That's pretty straightforward. Now we got this. And then we got this.
Very good.
Tell us, what are you? Hi there,
Good afternoon.
how are you?
I have no idea.
Oh, that's too bad.
How are you?
I'm okay.
That's good.
I have some idea.
Oh, well, you're ahead of me.
So,
Notice no one's rushing in today.
pardon me?
No one's rushing in today.
No, they're not.
I can give you a recommended approach if you want to stop this nonsense.
Yep.
I would suggest that if you're still the chair at the end of the day,
Well, you didn't put that on the agenda.
no, but it's on the, but it's gonna happen.
I know it is. I was gonna ask you.
What you can do, just to get the select board's attention is what it amounts to, because the way it has happened in the past, if you don't get the select board attention, they will tell the town attorney to do it. Okay, so what I would suggest you do is you take a vote with all of you guys here, and you can point out that the code officer is currently doing everything within 100 feet, outside the 100-foot mark of the water. But that same things are happening within the 0 to 100 feet of the water, and it's a exasperating waste of time for the applicant as well as the planning board, because the applicant has to wait for as many as 3 weeks before they can get an answer on that approval, because it's got the code officer has to prepare the individual. Then they have 9 days in advance, it has to be inside, and that 9 days in advance, it only happens twice a month. So if you put that down, it's succinctly enough. You can just request that the planning board, the code officer be responsible for all the shoreline decisions.
Yeah, but we can't do that because we can't change an ordinance just by a vote.
No. This is your starting.
Oh.
And that you take and have that submitted to the select board, or go before the select board yourself to have it documented, be on the agenda, and then you go before the select board and say, we really feel that this ordinance should be changed. Okay, so at that point in time, it doesn't happen overnight. Now, they would take, and they would have to have a, town meeting, would have to have it approved.
I see.
Public hearing. Once it's approved there, also it has to be approved by the state. But it's kind of out of your hands. Once you get it approved, then it's in the mechanism. So then the attorney would be the one that would change the wording. Some towns, the code office can write the ordinance in there and have it for approval. But in fact, I used to do that in other towns.
Well,
So this is how you can make it happen.
yeah, okay, well, I guess the only thing that I'm concerned about is if you decide you want to retire and you're not here, I don't know if I want to give that to someone else.
Okay, that's easy. There's a clause in there. It said that in the event that the planning board feels that the code officer is not capable or qualified, so that by a majority vote of the planning board, it can revert back to the decision-making of the planning board.
Well,
And that works. That's exactly what they had in Sears last time.
okay.
They didn't have anything in the ordinance in Stockton Springs. I was just code officer, shoreline zoning grid.
Well,
And same thing.
you know, I was on the board over there when, but that was probably 16, 17. Larson was the code guy.
And I gave him that job.
The different guy.
All right. He picked up Stockton, he picked up Northport after me.
Okay.
So.
The other thing I wanted to ask you about is.
Yeah, I went down to that place.
Oh, yeah. Okay, ask you about that.
There's no signs, and when you go down that road, it goes many different directions. There's no sign of any activity or anything. I don't know what the hell she's doing.
Isn't there a house on there, or?
I called, no, there's multiple houses,
Oh,
but the road goes down and it branches to 3 different locations, but there's no signage. At the beginning of the road, I called her up somehow at the number initially,
yeah.
and I told her, you can't have it. What you're planning to do, it needs a commercial site plan. Well, she said, we only have a carpenter, we're building one clubhouse, so on and so forth. But the description there says it's gonna be commercial.
Yeah.
So would you do me a favor? Would you go back and see if there's any more notices or anything?
Yeah, okay, all right, I'll do that. Also, I wanted to ask you if you have, did I hear someplace that you had talked to or were going to talk to someone about that? Good evening, Sandy.
Good evening.
About that abandoned property right on Route 1 next to the Bay Leaf Motel. I think Crowley owns it. Next to the Bay Leaf Motel. Well, next to the Bay Leaf Motel, there's a Frohawk house, and then there's an abandoned, old, whatever.
Yeah. What was the question?
Question, did you have a chat with anybody about that? Was that something that the town would be concerned about?
What's the concern?
That it's a falling down, dangerous house.
Oh, we just finished the one on Hill Road.
Oh,
Yeah, we're a $30,000 job, how much it is. What has to happen? A citizen has the right to play on dangerous house. Because when I first took this job, I identified five, six different buildings. The town administrator, I considered these dangerous buildings.
okay.
And it basically was like, well, that's nice, but a citizen has to take and file a complaint.
Well, I'm not concerned about it, but someone had mentioned to me that Dave Kim said something about you having gone there and talked to somebody about it, and so I was just curious, that's all.
That would even fit the, good evening. Good evening. That would even get the process that is in place.
Okay.
That would be misconstrued or that.
Yeah, okay.
But, yeah, if someone did complain about it, then I would obviously be involved.
Well, I'm not complaining about
No,
it.
you said you looked it up, that is owned by Crowley?
Yeah, it's in two people own it. They own all that land that goes back, and it also has access to the back part of it up off of off of Beach Road. It's a big parcel up there. Yeah, 173.
You don't want
173.
Nothing good?
Is that not bad?
No,
No.
Yeah.
I'm on a roll, it's all bad.
Oh, yeah, it's a couple hundred.
I need tires to get my car inspected.
Big property.
Oops.
My water heater let go, I just replaced that with $1,000, no big deal. Had to register the car, another 500. And this morning I'm driving
Hey,
a car.
drive your car. They don't cost so much, you get a piece of the junk.
Didn't you say you have a new car?
I have a 2-year-old. The front end is a little out of whack and they're worn. Plus they're only,
Good evening.
they're only 30,000 mile original tires. And I've got 26,000 on them, so
This is your new car?
it's a 2-year-old car.
Oh, I got something the other day.
You did, any good?
I haven't tried it, but I noticed that it's not your
It's
stuff.
not. Well, I said in my note that it wasn't
I know
mine.
you did, but I
They
didn't
put
even
your
know.
tires on.
So it's okay, when do you get your stuff?
Well, yeah, it's,
Out of alignment,
we're in dirt right
didn't
now.
realize
You what?
Dirt, there's not much available in flowers out there.
No, it's
Now,
right.
bees are kind of getting a little hungry.
I haven't read
So what
it.
they're doing is all the honey they've stored up this
My
way,
second.
now they're eating it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Part of the game.
Surprising because.
Well, I don't know
It's
this year.
strictly on demand.
One I told you winter, okay, swarmed on me. So half the population took off in the woods. So that means they're probably not gonna produce.
Never buy a car that
And
was
the
built
other,
on a Monday or a
split
Friday.
off of that, so they're new, and I have 2 new nukes, so I don't know if I'll get any.
No,
But I've got quite a bit of
this
money,
morning,
my club, what they're
I
doing.
got a
they're
call, you
raising
wanna
money.
take a car
So
over
they
to
gave
the
me
auction in Richmond,
about 100
Sure.
pounds worth of honey.
Hour over,
So I go
hour
sell
back.
it, so.
4
Yeah,
hours.
I got a great
Yeah.
location, we do
50 bucks.
pretty good there.
I'll bet you do.
And,
A lot of traffic.
So I had my choice, I could have taken a Subaru
That's good.
or I could have taken
So,
a Dodge
I wanted to
wagon.
ask you, because a while back, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, a month ago,
I
there was
had it in
a
Thomaston and.
question mark, or someone was
Geez, I came
questioning,
off the red line
asking
over there
about,
and transmission slipped.
there was someone around that
Dodge?
could get rid of a
Yeah.
bee's nest.
Red Dodge Ram?
It was on the bulletin.
No, it's
And I didn't know whether to recommend your name or not, because,
There is a guy already in Lincolnville, I don't know.
oh,
I should know, but I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Who is registered with the state, Maine State Beekeepers Association as a swarm collector
So,
guy.
anyway, nice looking car.
Roy.
Nice, clean.
I saw his name,
Yeah, it's on the
separately to
line.
that.
Right.
But what I was
Trying to
wondering
go up
was,
the
is
hill
that the kind of thing that you can go in and
Stepping
grab
on
one
the gas
and make it your own?
She's revving
She
it,
is,
hell,
that's
but she
exactly
ain't
what
doing
they're,
much.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
And I got it,
And they're
very
docile,
Scholar, and I'm
actually,
tooling along
swarm
on
is
Route
when it
1 there,
comes
55
bunch
miles
of
an
these
hour.
ever see because
All
they
of a
got
sudden,
the house at 10.
the tachometer goes
So
up,
literally, you can stick your hand in the middle of a swarm and
transmission.
you're not gonna stay in, they don't know what the hell's going on, they're looking for a house.
So, I got, the good news is I got it across the Wiscasset Bridge.
We got a-
The bad news is, I didn't make it up the hill in Wiscasset, right on Main
You
Street.
can't get down, it's down to the middle. So we're trying to buy a B vacuum, that's what we're doing with the right hand. We're buy a vacuum.
There is such a thing as a VBAC?
Yeah, sure, of course.
I read.
What do you do? And Jesus,
What I do?
he'll build something and sell it, won't he?
We're in trouble now.
Beekeepers are a little connected anyway.
I was told that. How have you been?
Good, you?
It's a fun
Good, you
one.
retired?
No one really thinks I am, but I'm
We got a recess going on in Augusta on September 8th. They have a couple of people, speakers, demonstrations, anybody that wants to go.
Well, I'm in the auto industry, so selling Shepherd calls me once in a while. You want to be out there over the auction? Sure, guaranteed 4 hours pay. So I'm driving along in Penobscot this morning, and all of a sudden,
It's all fun.
tachometer goes,
Yeah, I'm sure.
yeah, she's slowing down. Transmission. I managed to get it across the Wiscasset Bridge. Good news. The bad news is I didn't make the hill that went down Wiscasset. I had everything backed up as far as I could see.
And it's always backed up there anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Restaurant in Belfast, so I'm
Well, you-
happy about that.
Probably went to the Red's hot dog and got some to eat, didn't you?
You're the second one to say that. I would go near the restaurant. I would pay me.
I
But
did. It's a tourist.
I was telling one of the guys I drive with, I said, you know,
It's lovely
they
to
give us
see
these
buyers
cars.
around.
Some of them are wonderful,
Because of the
clean,
interest rates? or
you know,
just-
high mileage maybe, but they drive nice and what have you.
People
And
that
some of them scare the living
really
daylights out of me.
want to
They're
sell,
the red light.
folks that have a mortgage of 2.5 or 3%.
I like the one
Get
that
out of that and
I
just
thought I had
sell
that
it.
automatic
So-
keep you in your lane thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that makes sense.
It doesn't.
know if Nancy was notified?
I tested it,
Well,
and it went right over, and all of a sudden it jumped. Front wheel there.
Little business.
So anyway, it's an education, it's my
Got
retirement,
that fancy one?
my second retirement.
Yeah,
Down
yeah,
in that now.
yeah,
Is
done,
Neil
gone
calling
back,
you or when?
ready to go.
No, one of the hired hands,
Yeah.
guys in charge
They were
of
in-
used cars,
I'm sorry about that.
so.
They were in Blue Hill on
Yeah.
Friday. And they
Anyway,
talked about
so we don't do the free press anymore.
Belfast, I think we fell off that.
I miss it a little bit,
You had to go to Blue
but I don't do
Hill.
it.
No,
No, they
no,
came
I
back.
did it today.
You don't
I got
want to
an
be
inverter
taking notes.
charger that's acting up, so we're gonna.
Have you looked at my handwriting lately? I can't read it.
One thing after the other.
One worse than that.
It's my fault. I didn't think about notifying Nancy this Friday about this meeting. Melissa's still out, they sent me a note, just like, we send it out to the members, I did it, and I didn't even think about it.
And
Would anybody care to take notes, so we can do the, I can't take notes in front of it, so I don't know much.
I'm not sure. I'll take that.
Okay, well, we'll just have to rely on Roger.
Sandy says he can't read his writing.
I can't read my writing.
I can't take notes and run the meetings.
I know that.
Why not?
That's because I'm not good enough.
You're the chair.
Wow, can we get that on tape?
Chairs can do anything. Well, it is on tape. Everything.
All right, so what we'll do is.
She's not coming tonight.
We did notify her.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Melissa's been out for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
not.
So on another note, it looks like, we're gonna have a joint meeting in October, over section 19.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with us and.
Good, because there's something I'm gonna bring up tonight.
Yeah,
Mike,
Yeah.
when you go to.
This is another one of those 5-minute meetings, because it's just very straightforward,
oh, no,
so.
Don't forget the
Otherwise,
general.
plenty more time.
Everything is live.
yeah.
I know, I see all the cables, nothing like a nice wireless setup.
Let's wait and see if,
I think it was, you should.
Jane shows
up.
I should wait.
Meet with the select board.
I want nothing to do with
Nancy,
it.
you know, I didn't even think about it, totally remiss.
That's hard to do.
Anybody want to take notes?
She can read and she can write.
I got paper.
You got a nice seat in the desk, everything.
That's right there, all yours.
She's got a camera.
I think there's some kind of a priority issue, she writes notes on.
Yeah, it would be a conflict of interest.
No conflict.
Okay.
But listen, if she takes them, one of us afterwards, do a modification, as what was that?
I'll try to take notes.
Aren't we recording?
You take notes,
Yes.
Sandy, you take notes, I'll take notes, and then we'll put them together.
You don't, I can't take notes. Trust me.
You say you can't read, so.
No, I can't write so that anybody can
We
read.
work for a newspaper, why would you know how to write?
I forgot to check that off.
This is gonna be a very short meeting, folks.
That's right, short notes.
Can I call you right back when you need it?
No, it's there all the time. I have to attack a styrofoam cup of coffee and make sure it's half full before I pick it up with two hands.
You get a heavier cup.
I have one.
Yeah, we got a long time.
Mr. Chair.
Okay, okay.
Any other members come on?
Yes. I thought you said she was back.
Yes.
Did you all get the minutes? I sent them to you in another email.
Then I got it.
Mike, do you want to look at them, or?
Sure, that's mine.
So I'm tired. I spent 5 hours messing around with tow trucks, rides to Richmond and back. And I got home just in time for like a restore society or direct escape.
The minutes I sent were, Did you look at them?
I looked at them on the computer.
Okay, good, that's all I wanted.
Yeah, I saw nothing wrong with it.
Oh, you did, you go to jail. Yes, you did, yeah.
I didn't print them out.
Note to Dick. Nancy to the distributions.
Well, thank you so much, Frank. I
I just
never thought of that.
that.
We got another 2 or 3 minutes, I'm waiting for one more member, folks. We can't done 15 minutes.
So we can gang up on. I don't care.
No, we're gonna go. Bottom line.
There, this is on Facebook.
I don't care.
Got it?
We approve.
I never watch Facebook.
No, but maybe somehow.
So they haven't sent me an email.
You haven't emailed me anything.
Hmm?
Products called them info in the risk accounts.
Okay, good.
Maybe that's right.
She's always like it the last minute.
Yeah, but
Hey, she made it. Hey, Janice.
Did you?
No?
Pretty color.
Good evening.
Hey, Janice. You wouldn't want to take notes, would you?
What do you say?
Do you want to take notes?
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's my fault. I forgot to notify her. But I'm not the official.
I'll try.
Great, there you go.
I'm not a paper person.
First person, nods the head a little bit.
Let me have my pen back.
That's when the new
Okay. Wow.
Should be a new chair.
Thank you, Janice. Save my bacon.
I need it now. It's looking at it.
Janice, did you get a copy of the minutes from the last meeting? Oh, she can't.
Minutes from last meeting.
Thanks.
Okay, it's close enough. It's almost 7 o'clock. I'd like to call this meeting to order. It's the meeting of the Town of Lincolnville Planning Board for Wednesday, July 31st, 2024 at 7 p.m. We have one agenda item. The agenda item is Mr. Greg Dutch is requesting to tear down the existing camp located at 7 North 3rd Avenue, map 9, lots 31 and 35. I'll present and then Mike will answer the questions.
Sure.
Okay, please step to the
Some
podium.
things don't change.
Tell us what you're doing.
Why don't we introduce ourselves first?
Oh, why don't we do that first? You guys got me so fumbled up.
Janice K, secretary.
Dick Vermeulen, member.
Earl Brown, member.
Dick Butler, chair.
Ontario Code Officer.
Sandy Delano, number.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much. My name's Greg Dutch. My father's here. He's here, but he's built the camp back in 1956, the year I was born. And he would tell you he's a better car salesman than a carpenter and stuff for sure, but
I'm not a very good guy.
well, it lasted 67 years, so you did pretty well, I think. But we have a project in front of you that we're looking for approval. It made sense to tear the camp down versus try to rebuild. Mike is here, he's my contractor and stuff, and he's the best to answer the questions, but any questions that we can help you to make your decision, we appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Well, could you explain exactly what you're doing other than?
I think you probably want Mike to do it, because Mike is.
Yeah, in terms of the footprint and in terms of.
Yeah, I'll have Mike do that.
Oh, sure.
I just want to introduce
Oh, I
myself.
got you.
Great.
Go to him.
Spotlight again.
Thank you. My name's Mike Banks, and I'm helping them get through this project again. On your map, it shows the original footprint of the original camp. We're moving that back 8 feet as far as we can. And we're tearing down the boathouse that was there, going on cross walls and a slab, maintaining existing elevation of the camp. And that's on your big print. And we have put the new leach field in up across the road on the back lot, getting that 250 feet away from the, about 250 feet away from the pond.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions of Mr. Banks? Do you have any questions?
I didn't do the math, I just wanted to make sure it was within the guidelines of 30%,
Yes.
and it's staying the same height, 28.
Same height, yeah, and we're under by about 20 feet of what we'd be allowed to get.
But that's grandfathered, right, Frank?
What part?
The height of the building.
Yes, because they're located in less than 75 feet, maximum height would be 20 feet, or the existing height of the building, and he's shown
Okay.
on the
big
page
print.
that the height was 26 feet 8 inches, so that's what he is allowed, even though he's going uphill, he's still allowed to maintain that height.
Okay.
And the other thing the planning board needs to keep in mind is the demolition of a camp. So when that happens, you need to make sure that you as the board realizes that they're supposed to move that camp as far back of the 100-foot mark as realistically possible. So Mike, what's the answer on that one?
We have a ejector pump tank that we gotta be 8 feet away from moving up the hill. So we stayed at that 8-foot mark, and that brings us about 8 foot further away from the pond than the original camp is.
So what that means is, the board has to look for an anchor that says no, we can't move back any further. So that can be trees that you need, it can be the grade is too steep, it can be a septic tank or well. In this case, they're putting in a brand new 3-bedroom septic system on the other side of the road, but there's a grinder pump, and that is in place. So that is your anchor, so the board has done its job to make sure that you're making sure that they're moving it back as far as reasonably possible. Now, they voluntarily came before the board automatically saying, we're gonna move it back anyway. So you're covered in that. The only thing that's missing on here is the setback to the abutter on the left side of the camp looking down. So what I've done on the building permit application, I've merely put in there that, you're already 15 feet away, but it just had to be stated.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's the only thing that I found missing on there.
They were just missing.
So as far as you're concerned, this is all in accordance
Oh,
with the guidelines.
Yeah, Mike told me for 3 weeks, this is what we need to
how
do.
many?
It's about
15 feet.
Five, zero?
No, we were
No,
very close
15
to
ones.
about 3 weeks, and that's what we come up with, is we looked at all the different facets of shoreline zoning ordinance,
Yeah.
and this covers every one of them, in my opinion.
Well, we respect your opinion, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No questions?
Yeah, I don't have any questions.
Any additional questions? Sandy?
Not a thing.
Okay, well, this is another one of those short meetings.
You can only hope.
We can only hope. So, I'd like to get a motion, please, to.
Can I make a motion that we approve the application as submitted?
Yes.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Madam Chair, sign applicant, Mr. Booth.
That was easy.
Thank you very much.
Made the motion.
And
Second.
if whenever you want Mike or yourself to come in, I can take care of the paperwork tomorrow for the septic system, internal plumbing and building control.
I'll be down at some point tomorrow.
Okay, give me a call anytime after 5:30 in the morning for the next meeting. Actually, the applicant will probably want to do that for you.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to?
Because I'm flying, I'm not gonna work by then.
Yeah, right.
So it was a total loss to that broken.
So it's congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Okay,
No problem.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Good job.
Thank you. It was all in.
Well, not everyone takes the time to work with him, and it's far easier if they do.
Yeah.
And we don't,
That's why I have a bad reputation.
we don't need to go into that, Frank.
Well, it is greatly appreciated. Thank you all.
Good luck.
Enjoy your new camp.
Thank you.
You got one for him?
Is
Yeah.
your father
We
gonna,
do.
is your father gonna build a new one too?
No, but we're gonna let him use it anytime he wants.
I promise.
I know, we're, all right.
Thanks
again. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank
Mr. Chair, I'd like to suggest that before you go any further, end the meeting, and I'll turn off the voice recording so you can conduct the rest of the meeting.
Sure. Can't do that, broken glass.
You gotta go in and get.
No, it's okay, they're cheaper readers, but I can see
You
it.
gotta go see Dr. Rain again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. $2.99.
Well, they're nice people too, so.
Yeah,
Greg was one of my customers.
well, Tim Dutch was one of my colleagues on that.
Yep. Is he still,
No, he moved to Florida. He just,
then you came back?
yeah.
Makes sense.
Can I ask something about that design? Is there a deck or an eye or something on it? I didn't see it.
I didn't see him.
No, it's not part of the